when it gets to Emma Frost, I've only seen like a couple games with people playing with Emma Frost and from the trailer. So I can't necessarily be like she's here at this level, cuz I just don't know what it is yet. Like for instance, I want to like have a definite answer on if that ultimate is going to be. Now if I make this a video, this video might be after season 1's drop, but this we still got like a week. Is that ultimate gonna be like kneel peasants, and then where I could be like, oh hey, let me put you over here? Or is it just gonna be like, hey, looking at me, come to me? If it's come to me, it's not gonna necessarily be a super big L, but alright, hold on, let me just see. Like you probably don't hear that, but it's gonna annoy me. It's probably not gonna be like a crazy L, but like if you can control where they're going, not like obviously you're controlling your character so you can't, but like if you like look a certain direction, will you lead them there slowly? Because you could like lead them slowly over to like a Jeff ult or a Human Torch ult. Lord knows he needs it. Shit, you can Black Widow. Oh, she needs that for sure. I guess that's gonna spoil some of those. But and even if like those questions weren't answered, I still need like actual playtime and like more than just a couple games. So she's gonna be kind of like off first impressions, but it's probably not gonna be where she's at. Yeah, that's very bad on the lighting on me. I got smacked down over to the side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that at a small window. Tough. At least it's a more dynamic lighting. But before we get into this, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get it. Now, it's the same one. I just changed the names, those letters, SAB, da da da. And so I just changed it. So we got Team Wipe. At first it was going to be Team Wipe, then Game Changer. But you can like, obviously a healing ult is not going to be a Team Wipe. It's going to be a Game Changer ult if it's like one of the better ones. Tide Turner ult. So like, for instance, damage wise and healing wise, it's going to be like, okay, our team is saved, or we killed their entire team. Tide Turner is like, okay, it's quite an even fight. Okay, that really just like, we needed that one thing to really hold us down. The good ones is gonna be like, okay, that one was like, all right, in the right hands, it's like it could be a team wipe or a game changer, a tide turner. In the wrong hands, it'll be mid. Oh, that's another. Okay, I needed to add another tier. Okay, let me do this like so. Make that one mid, that one bad, and that one terrible. Alright, then we have mid ults. You know, a good player can make a mid ult good. Average player is just gonna, it's gonna be there. And then if you're not really good with it, it's gonna be trash. We're probably not gonna have a lot of terrible ults, just a couple. And bad ult is just like, come on, what are we doing? Now, Adam Warlock. You're gonna have to go on Tide Turner. Now, if you're playing with a team and your team's locking in together, and like let's say it's like they wiped their whole team. Adam got his res. He go over to the side in the middle of battle. I'm gonna be honest. I got one of those clips. I saved that game. You know what I'm saying? I hit 2 to 3 revives and one Okay, first was Strange and Psylocke, and then the second one was like damn near 4 of us. Yeah, Mr. Fantastic came at the end, pause. And then the last one was just me, Namor, and Cloak and Dagger. But let's say it's like you got like, I don't want to, let's just say a big healer ult. You all get wiped in the middle of the battle. Adam Warlock, he go over to the side, and then born again, and they thinking, oh, we about to do something, and then you just hear that healer, that support off go out. It could be good. Let me see my playtime. You're gonna hear these sound effects in the background, but you're not gonna be seeing it where it's from. Adam Warlock is my second most used hero, and that's only because I just like, if I'm like, we're all picking DPS, okay, I'll pick a healer, but like, don't say it, cry about heals. I'm gonna play a DPS character disguised as a healer. I got 11.5 hours as Adam Warlock. I already told y'all before, I sold 2 times with his ult. First time, it was, okay, no, since then it was 3. I tried to replicate, it was on a Hydra map, I tried to replicate it, and I was shooting as I died, so then I automatically respawned, so I wasn't able to fly up. It was the Hydra map where like it moves the whole thing, and I tried to before I flew up, but since I automatically heal, I couldn't fly up, and so next thing you know, it was like towards the end of it, I revived my whole team, and then Bucky ulted at the end. Niggas talked about that, and even that one, yeah, congratulations, we're going to the next round, and Bucky is at 0% on his ult. Okay, cool. But the first time I did it, and then and 2 spawned in and they were good. Like I even did it by a health pack if I didn't have enough heals for them. And then one of them, maybe 2, spawned in. It was like against, like it was on the side of a wall. This is a wall. I was on this side, and then enemies were on this side. And then that last one, bro, hold on. Nigga, I was over to the side, dude. I wasn't in the open. Nigga talking about like some, oh, typical Adam Warlock. Oh, nigga, stop it. But they spawned, like the ult went through the wall, so then they spawned in there. But I think they survived anyway, so it's whatever. And then the other time I was trying to level up Namor, they said, can we please get a healer? Okay, I'll switch to healer, but I'm picking Adam Warlock. And then I was used to playing so many games leveling up Namor, and then I'm thinking I'm using his ult, and I'm using Adam Warlock's ult. But I say that to say, my ults are minimum good. Typically it's gonna be here, and then a couple times, especially that one time, is here. Black Panther, bad ult. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like it works within his like combo, but never once have I heard tremble before bast and I actually trembled. It is what it is. Now I gave you some points in the actual character's tier list, but when we're talking about your ultimate, I'm not gonna sit here and like be like, well, a couple Black Panthers, this, no. Enough people have kissed your ass. Your ultimate is not good. I'm sorry. I don't know, like, ultimate. It's the ultimate thing. That's like, bro, there's people have better, like, abilities than your actual ultimate. That's tough. I'm more scared of your fucking dashes than your damn ultimate. Black Widow is probably one of the only, like, 2 to 3, maybe 1 terrible. Yeah, you're probably the only terrible. I'm gonna be honest, your shit is trash. Literally, you ulted multiple times, and it wasn't until like the 6th time I seen a Black Widow ult that I was like, I knew what it did. I was like, oh, they're slowing me down. Like I thought it was like some explosion. So I just the first time 2 times I heard it, I was like, oh, what happened? I guess she must have died or so. I wasn't looking at the kill feed. I was like, oh, maybe she died. Okay, whatever, cool. And I was like, this is happening too often. There's a whole bunch of different games, separate days apart. So there's no way. Then it actually hit on the cart, and then I was like, oh, we're slowed for a little bit. Tough. I guess they kind of try to have her work in with Hawkeye, but if those are going to be your 2 DPS picks, like, you're better off just sticking with Hawkeye and taking her out of the equation. Hawk. Mid. And I'm giving you respect. I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad, but never once have I heard. Okay, now Hawk mad. I think that's the friendly one. I don't even know, because I like when I hear the Hawk ult, I don't care. Okay? The only time I care is if your team is going, like, typically you use it. It's good for using it. Like, it's a selfish ultimate, like Black Panther's, but at least his Hawks has more value. But you kind of want to use it where it's like, all right, let me do my thing. All right, I need to sustain. Let me go ahead and pop that bad boy. But it's never like anytime it's like Hawks, okay, I instantly focus him and then we just instantly drop him. What's kind of crazy is even though they're getting a buff, a certain character, people talk about their alt. Their alt is kind of more like Hawk gets more focused in their alt than that person does in theirs. Cause I be saying, I'm like, I'm the only one that's gonna shoot this. Okay, cool. Heard that. But yeah, yours is like never once do I hear your alt and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And like I said, well, like I was gonna say, the only time where it's like, oh shit, which is rare because you use it to sustain usually, is if I'm getting bodied and I'm like a support or like some lower HP DPS, and then I'm like half health, and he start approaching me, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna do the grab ability. Okay, then I probably die right there. But if I got a healer next to me, and I know I'm gonna get healed through that, or you're about to die, or it's just you, or even just you and your team, but my team is still there and it's a constant fight, I'm not stressing you, bro. Sorry, it is what it is. Cap. At least with his, he's probably going to be either at the... Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to say. Just like the other one, I'm going to be moving them around later on. So they might not be where they're at currently. Cap is probably going to be towards the bottom of good or top of mid. Now, I would say he's definitely better than Hawk because his is also to sustain. Now, Hawk is to a different degree. Like, if you're 1 HP as Hawk, like you got a massive health boost. Captain America, you're 1 HP. Congratulations, you're like a normal like support character right now. You can't even say or DPS because you don't got that type of damage, player. Now you are getting a buff buff nerf rework. We're gonna have to see how that whole situation's going on, but we're not at that point just yet. This is season 1.5, season 1 and 0 and all before and all that stuff. I mean, obviously, if something's got buffed or nerfed, like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about as of date and to date, and the date is a week before season 1 or season 2. But at least with his and Hawk, he can also give shields and movement boost to his teammates. So basically just use it like a support ult. Cloak and Dagger. I'll put this Tide Turner. Okay. I'm yet to see, besides very high level Adam Warlock players, I'm yet to see like mid to good, reasonably great players like do a lot of great Adam Warlock ults. But Cloak and Dagger ult. Now typically, if you're lower levels, like once you really get the hang of it, which shouldn't be that long, it's very much easy to like turn the tide with that. Doctor Strange ult. Now I kind of didn't want to like say like a hint when I was explaining them, but he was one of the ones I was thinking about for Tide Turner, where basically I was like, oh, in a offensive setting, usually like it might stun someone, like it's an even fight, and then you get that one stun off or something like that. But then I would have hinted towards him. Now it's too early to tell, but I'll just put it right here. It's probably gonna need some. It's probably gonna get buffed. Possibly, I don't know. I haven't actually played to know, but I'm just seeing from what I've seen from the trailer and a couple people's gameplays, as well as a couple people in the target range. Cause it's gonna get it's like the Doctor Strange portal. If you're still falling for Doctor Strange portal, this like late, like the first couple days, couple weeks when the game dropped, okay, you got me that one time. The only time I'm letting it slide is, nah, I'm not letting that slide. There's no way you have not a single sense. Cause I was gonna say, oh, like let's say you're on your phone and you're closing your phone as you're walking out of the spawn room, but you would still hear the portal opening before you would hear, or as well as you would hear the door opening. So there, yeah, I don't know about that one. Groot. I'm gonna put Groot. I'm gonna be honest, y'all put too much stake into Groot's ultimate. So let me put it like this. So if you're wondering later on, maybe you come back and you're wondering why I put Groot to where he is. Well, why is he this low? Even though that's pretty high. Like the half of this one and above, like that's they did a good job for that one. The reason for Groot is like, let's say ultimate's just by itself. You press the analogs down on controller, or you press Q on the keyboard. Oh, okay. And okay, obviously, some of them you still like actually do stuff, but like where you don't have to combo it out. Like for instance, Black Panther, he's bad because he has to like if he just sat there in front of someone and said tremble before a boss, what is that? Is that just some random attack? It damn near feel like a melee attack. They don't call him the tickle monster for nothing. But if you just got Groot and then you got a couple people, like 3 to 4 enemies, and we are Groot by itself, okay, that's pretty good. Comboing with something else, yeah, you can wipe a whole team with that. Like a lot of these, you can wipe, like, honestly, you can really wipe teams with like a lot of good and up ultimates. With the Emma Frost one, like I said, like it feels like it's probably gonna need a buff in the future, but I don't know until then. But you can still wipe with that, or you can combo with that. Like you could combo that with something else, just like you can combo Groot with Winter Soldier, Namor, Moon Knight. You could combo his ultimate with other ultimates, but by itself, if you just hit the ultimate and your ultimate's like something where you do some sort of attack or some sort of healing or whatever it is, and you just like put your keyboard or controller down, how effective would it be? Now, obviously, with the next person, we can't really like he can't really like take that into account. Like his is a whole different ultimate. But next we got Hawkeye. I'm gonna be honest. Let's see. I'll go right there. Like, with him, I'll say like this. If you got like a good flank route and you hit that ultimate, you could probably do some damage. What's one thing that I randomly was like, oh, this kind of like a decent like strat, and it was strictly for a game because like they had no things for me to reverse their ult. I was playing Magneto, so they had like no Punisher. I'm not even really caring to try the cloak and dagger shit anymore. Like, I swear, like when I ult as Magneto, like I'll be cooking that up, I'll be cooking it, and then like the second I turn to someone and I'm about to destroy them, all of a sudden every healing goes to them, and I'm like, all right, how are they just surviving this? Because, bro, and then I'll go to spectate, it'll be like 16 health, and their shit will go straight back. Like, I can instantly body them. The shit, 16 health, then they'll go straight back up to 250, and then they, like, bro, some shields and some motion. Like, bro, what are we doing, bro? But, so I didn't really have anything for me to combo, like Punisher, Star-Lord. So Hawkeye, he was cooking my DPS, not gonna lie. My healers were holding it down. Now granted, I had like a Rocket or Jeff, someone that's like not as easy to target. I'm like, okay, when he I'ma just combo his I'ma just reverse his shit. Ooh, I never miss. Phil Magneto. Hold that, man. Every single time. But with his, like, if you can either just get out of the way, or you can just shut him down. But like I said, if he get good flank routes, he can do some damage. Hella. Okay. Okay. I'll put it right there. Now look, it's good that I had like let me look. One of my most recent games. It's good that I had that game. Is it this one? Oh, that's hilarious. The last game I played. So basically, I started as Squirrel Girl. I was trying to level her up. I had a Thor on my team, and I had a Loki on my team. Let me switch to Hela. So I switched to Hela, and not only is she going to do good damage in her ultimate, let's say they don't have a Doctor Strange. I'm pretty sure they didn't have a Doctor Strange until like the very... I think they had a Doctor Strange at the beginning, and then they switched off, and then like as I was Squirrel Girl. And then I switched to Hela. Before I switched to Hela, or around the time I switched to Hela, they switched to someone else, and then they switched back to Doctor Strange towards the end of the game. But let's say either Doctor Strange is not in the... He doesn't have in the position to block her ultimate, or they don't have a Doctor Strange, is already big damage. But also what you could do is this. Literally what I was doing, it was domination. Now granted, this is a different story on Convoy or Convergence. You can also use some Convergence possibly for the first point, but they're probably gonna try to fight a little bit more. But basically, this is exactly what I did. It's about to be overtime, or we need to get the objective first, and then we can really fight later on. Alright, y'all, I'm about to ult real quick. So I just go there, fly over, Hell Unleash, Hey, I'm trying to find support. I don't find them. I'm trying to find whoever DPS. I don't find them. Hey, let's say I do find them. I'll kill them. If not, they probably running away. You capturing the mission area. That's all that matters. I'm sitting here trying to win the game. So that's a tide turner. Not only can you like destroy a lot of characters, pretty sure you can like two tap like most like tanks unless they're actively like shielding against it. But you can, or probably not two tap. It's probably two tap because like they'll take damage throughout the battle eventually, but by the time you hit them two times and they're done. But not only that, you can kind of like get people to like back off. Also, if someone kills you in your ultimate form, you can still just be hella again. Human Torch. Mid. Oh, they're not gonna like that. Human Torch, but nah, it's a good sustain. Like if you get an overtime, that's good to have that Hawk. Who knows? He might go at the bottom of good, but it's good to like sustain if you're hitting that OT. So that is good to have with Hawk. Invisible Woman, our first team wipe / game changer ult. Spoiler alert, I probably think she has the best ultimate in the game. Now the reason for this is, now you might say something like Luna Snow. One of my mains, unfortunately, is gonna have to be less of one of my mains, and strictly because healers is Storm. Now I am it's the grand finale. That's what you're gonna hear as your teammates. It's the grand finale. That does nothing for me. Now I'm gonna have to fly down there, and then Hawkeye can probably still just headshot me. I'm gonna have to fly down there to you. Also, I don't have a timer out, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to like predict. Okay, now the ultimate's about to ease up. Let me, So we'll talk about that when we get to Luna. But also other healer ults. But for her, it's just kind of like you just basically put that on point, and your team's just kind of chilling for now. Also, there's one time I'm like, I literally had to watch the replay because I'm like, let me see if there's some things I don't know about. I was leveling up. Like I said, I was recording because they said, oh, we're not keeping our footage from season 0 and 1. So I was like, let me get all of it I can. I had an Iron Man joint. And basically, they wiped my team. They were in, because Invisible Woman popped her ult. Or I think it was like towards the end of the fight. So I hit my ult, and I'm like, oh, well, whoever's in there is about to get cooked. Cloak and Dagger, I think, let me just say they would have lived. I think they hit their fade a little early. Yeah, I don't know. It might have been like a just blink and you miss it, so it might have been one of those moments for them. Who else? Moon Knight for sure would have got body. Bro was just looking at it. He just accepted it. I think they had a Penny. Penny would have died. Invisible Woman, she ran to it. But before she put her ult up, I guess someone had low HP because there's a random shield there and it just blocked it. So that's another thing. Like, there could be a random Groot wall in there that blocks it. You don't know where you're aiming at. So if you're like, okay, I'm about to wipe them. Oh, you got this ult. Yeah, I'm about to end this man's whole career. Maximum pulse. Groot wall. Boom. Conveniently placed Sue Storm shield. Now we got Emma Frost, her shield. Come on, man. Light work. Iron Fist. Okay. I'll say right there. I also want to look at it as for yourself and as for the team. For yourself, it's still lacking a little bit. Now, offensively, okay, I mean, if he's up in your face and you don't got someone who's going crazy, there's not pretty much anything that you could do about it, your dad. If you have someone that can do something about it, you can survive. Now, it will very much go up if his ultimate gave more health. I had to find out that the hard way. I leveled up every single character. Also, this is me not talking. I leveled up every single, not all the way up, but like I leveled every single character up I played at least. What's the minimum character I played with overall? It's probably like fucking Black Panther or like or Wolverine. No, not Wolverine. It's Venom. Yeah, Venom's at a flat 2 hours. Everyone's at like 2.1, 2, and that's like there's a couple of them. Most of the characters are at least 2.5 to 3 hours, and then there's some characters with like double digits. Iron Fist, I didn't even look at your time, bro. You weren't one of the last people, but I was like, let me try to see if his ult gives you health, and it in fact did not get health, and I just fed right there. So that was tough. Iron Man. Now people are talking about his ult. Listen, I'm putting that bit right there. I'm putting it right there. I don't care what you say. Now listen, that I know I just talked about his ult, but that was like it was the most first and foremost, it was an invisible woman ult, so I wasn't able to see there regardless. And I'm not about to go into her ult when I'm already gonna be like, I'm a flyer character, I'm already gonna be crying for heals. And so I'm not about to go in there so I can like for sure get it. So I'm gonna just send that bitch in there. If I get 1 or 2 people, I'm hopefully going for Invisible Woman so we get rid of that ult. And that's a good ult for me. But that basic his ult can kill through anything. Other people's ult can't kill through everything. Like if I just say Fear Magneto and just throw it at Luna, Luna's gonna eat that. You have to like, you gotta like know certain text to kill Luna during her ult. You have to wait for the first like the overshield, this, that, and the third. Like, I don't got time for that, bruh. I'ma just let her put on her little dance for 12 seconds. I don't care, bro. Next, we got an Iron Man. No, okay, I don't care. I'm not about to sit there and like ruin my ult because I'm trying to like try do tech. No, I'm good on that one. Jeff. I'll put Jeff. I'll put Jeff right there. It's I don't know how people feel about keyboards. Like, you know how certain games will have to be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I could be playing on both consoles now. This works on a Series S now, you know? Not now, but like this is like a different company that made it. But like, let's say like there's a game and they have you. I don't know how anyone feels about that. You're probably wondering, why is that relevant? If like Jeff's option, if his ultimate had an option where like he can like chew and like the people inside had to like tap to get out of it before he like bodied them, then it'd be like, whoa, okay, that's an issue now. But I played a game and like I said, I was leveling up every character. Bro, it was on Clintar. After first point, Where are you going with Jeff? So unless we're about to do some combo, what's my point of ulting? First and foremost, I'm Jeff who has a minuscule distance of healing unless I got some bubbles just chilling for you. But y'all needed every single that y'all are just hey, you want to get a good shot of me here? Then the Strange talk about some Jeff. Oh, where, bruh? You can't send them off map. Now, if I'm able to like, and then, okay, get my teammates out of there, and then there's a button where like, gradually like you gotta press it in just in time, like, you gotta spit out the teammates, and as soon as you spit out your teammates, you gotta instantly hit that button, and then it's gonna be like, every like 1.5 seconds, 150 health gone. 150 health, or however, whatever it is. That'll be a different story, and then like they could tap to try to get out of it, to like not just be like, okay, now we're just dead, like just kill us instantly, like why are you like holding off on this? But it's basically contingent on if there's a cliff or not. If not, you're gonna spit them out, and you're gonna be looking at the whole enemy team, and next thing you know, down a healer. So yeah, Loki, I mean, his ultimate is literally any ultimate in the game. Now, hopefully your team's not throwing and you at least got one of these ultimates on your team. So you basically just have that ultimate on the team. And you can also just pick what you need to do. Let's say you're Loki, right? Let's say you're Loki and let's say you're Loki, Invisible Woman just ulted, she died, y'all haven't got point yet. You got a Hela right there, copy Hela, do the tech that I just said with Hela. You can choose you're probably gonna, best bet is just use defensive ults, but you can choose to use the offensive ult, as well as you can choose to use the ult that like I said with Hela, that's offensive, but you could also use that to be like, hey, this area right now is off zone. It's off limits. Don't come here. Luna Snow. Alright, I was trying to like justify like putting her in Tide Turner, but it is what it is. The only reason I like, if they nerfed her the duration, I would have put her in Tide Turner. But I remember she was one of, if y'all seen when I first started playing Marvel Rivals, she was the first character I played. I had like almost 2.5 hours with Luna Snow before I played any other character. Okay, that's a lie. I played like a couple minutes with Punisher and like, I don't know, maybe like a couple minutes with one other character. But Luna Snow was, because I like mobility, so I was like, oh, she's actually running. Like, I hate in Call of Duty games, the older ones, I guess you get what you ask for. And the newer ones, they be like fucking Usain Bolt. But I hated when they would like would do like a weak ass fucking jog for 2 seconds, then be tired and you're just walking. Like, I always hated that shit. But one thing I was saying about her ultimate, I was like, I don't like how you can't do anything. This is my first hero shooter. I don't know if you want to count Battlefront 2 as hero shooter. I'm not gonna lie. If you're at this point in the video, one video I'm making in the future is gonna be like, if Star Wars had a hero shooter. They do have one, but it's like Switch and mobile, doesn't count. As well as it looks like it has a whole bunch of random characters. Who cares? I'm talking about Mandalorians, Jedis, and bounty hunters and some more shit. Not no fucking random mechanic. Like, what is this, dude? Anyways, this is my first one, so I'm like, I'm used to like Like, if I have bad teammates in the Call of Duty, typically I can still, for the most part, carry the game. Now it sucks when it's like, okay, I'm carrying the game. Ah, damn, I didn't get that one because like if I'm carrying, it'll be like I'm like doing like 23-4, and like my teammates be like fucking 2-16. Like, huh? How are you dying that much, bro? Are you even at the controller? Bro played for 2 minutes, then put the controller down. But so I'm like, I didn't like not being able to do anything while ulting. It's like, oh, this is my most powerful thing in the game, and I'm like, as well as I was in a practice range, so I didn't get like the full grasp of how to do that, as well as I didn't know there's other sections to the range, so I was at that part that's like the 40 meters, and yeah, I didn't even know there's some other stuff, so I didn't, like I said, it was my first like 2 to 3 hours. Magic. Now I slept on Magic's ultimate at the beginning, but I'm not about to put her at Tide Turn. She'd probably be the very top person at good ult. You can still just kill her. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You might be at the bottom of the... Okay, you'll be right here. You'll probably be at the bottom of Tide Turner. Eventually. Cause there was a time when I was Adam Warlock and I was about to do some good plays. I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit this res here. I think we eventually won the game anyway. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna hit this res here. No, if they kill me, I'll hit this res. I'll go over here, hit this res. Spot on my team, and we about to dominate. Soon as I came around the corner, like, mind you, I spawned in and like so I heard no type of ultimate voice line. I just came around the corner. She's way over there. Split second later, I'm dead. I was like, I wasn't dead. I was at like 30 health, and her whole ult, she was chasing me. Okay, I remember. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So she hit me, and then I was at like 20 health. So now I gotta spam my heals, you know, cause I'm at the very back. My team's already up there. I died and came back, and I was like, okay, my thing's got like 10 seconds on my respawn ability. No. I didn't use it because their whole team was there, and I was like, I'm not about to like just feed my team. And so no. I didn't have my ultimate, and I was like, okay, next time I die, I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna use my revive, and then that's how you gotta do it. You gotta do it in tandem with your revive. That's how you gotta use your ultimate. Boom, I'm 20 HP off rip. Soon as I come around the corner, I don't even know the bit ulting. Now I know. So now I'm like trying to like shoot her down. Her whole entire ultimate. Thor's like Thor's hitting her from the back. And then like she, like, we have to double team her. We had to double team Magic. We got her. Yeah, but so that's one reason why I was putting it up there, because like that was just some random crazy distance. Now Magneto, I'm putting that right there. You can do, like, you can really turn the tide if you get a support out of there, especially a support that's ulting or a support that's about to ult. Like, let's say, okay, Invisible Woman has ulted for a while. You just cook her with that shit. Now they gotta wait for her to get back on point to ult. As well as you can just shut down a lot of abilities. Hella ults, forget about it. Punisher, Star-Lord, I wouldn't necessarily say forget about it. You still gotta have like some finesse with that, especially with Star-Lord. Punisher, like if you like see where he's coming from, and then you ult and then hit him with that bit, which is crazy. They never like healers never want to like protect like when Punisher's ult, but when they're on my team, but when they're an enemy team. But if you cook it right, boom, hey, he's out. Not only is his ultimate out of there, he's out of there, and he's back to the spawn room. Mantis. I'll put you right there. Like when she says we are undefeatable, like I just basically, I literally have I think I have a clip that says we are undefeatable, and I think I just body her. But like I kind of just like, if I'm focusing on the support or DPS or something, I kind of just turn my gaze into like a tank or something, just to make sure I hit shots, and I just build ult for the next like 3 seconds. And then I go back to supports and get them out of the way. Moon Knight. I'll put it. I'll put it right there. Now it got buffed, nerfed, and buffed again. Like we're just flip a coin of which version you want to do, I guess. But or I guess in that case like roll a dice. But I would put it lower. But like yeah, I would put it lower because it's kind of like he's right next to Iron Man. Maximum pulse. Okay, yeah, let me get out of the way. Woo! I never miss. Okay, he's right there. Or, okay, he's right there. Boom, he's dead. Supernova! Alright, he's dead. Or, Supernova! I'm a tank. Nah. I'm gonna do my own thing. Like, if I'm a tank and Johnny Storm ults, I don't care. Unless they got a Storm in their team and then that bitch pulls up too. Then that's a different story. But Moon Knight, it'll be... When he says the moon haunts you and you're in the middle of his ultimate, like, that's it. Unless you're a tank, that's just... There's nothing you can do. So, the only reason, like, I put him as high as he is because it's just out of nowhere. Now the thing that was had me hesitant at first is because there's multiple times, if you ever find yourself in a game with me, by the way, I'm just going to show you that, like, oh shit, that's my name. It's probably going to change in a couple months, possibly like season 2.5 possibly. Anyways, for the first half of season 2 at least, or if this comes out before then, I'm streaming, but if this comes out as a video before then, if you're in the game with me and you see me ping Moon Knight, it's either I'm doing something or I'm a character where I can't really focus on his onks right now, and I need you to get him out of the way. Like, or he's somewhere and y'all are just letting it happen. Why is no one... I'm the thing. Why are y'all not shooting at Moon Knight over there? I got Punisher and Bucky and Star-Lord. Y'all wanted to insta-lock DPS. DPS that Moon Knight that's over there. But typically, if I'm gonna, for the most part, ping Moon Knight, is because I see him pulling up. The moon haunts you. So I'm just like, hey, watch out. Like, hey, he's about to ult. Like, typically, if it's not a flanker, or like someone's... What I ping someone is, they're a flanker. They need to be dealt with in that sense. Flanker, they're in like some sort of vantage point, or they're about to ult. I don't ping Spider-Mans. I know how Spider-Man's moves when they're about to ult. Namor. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, this one's gonna be controversial. So if you came to this part of the video, let me explain. Now, hold on, I don't even know why this is controversial. If you're in the middle of both ultimates, you're dying. The one thing I'll say about Namor, and the one thing I'll say about Moon Knight. Moon Knight, you'll be playing, okay, boom, the moon haunts you, it's right there. There'll be times when I'm Namor, and I'm like, alright, boom. I don't know if it's something with my shit, or that's how it just works. No, surely that's not how it works. But sometimes it'll be like this. I'll ult, and then his is kind of gives a little less warning, but than other ultimates, but it's still more warning than Moon Knight gives you. But I'll be like, oh, there's like 3. Oh, they're congregating right there. I'm about to cook them. I'll hit that joint and I'll press it, and I'll be getting ready to like if anyone's still living, yeah, then we about to get him out of there. Next thing you know, he don't ult, or like it will like move over before like it sends like I don't know. I don't know if it's it's some input delay or something that I don't know about, but hey. But that's, we not gonna put that into account. Both ultimates. In the very middle, you were dying. Now if you're a tank, I think you're dying on Namor's as well. But you can, if you get out of Moon Knight, you can survive. But you could also argue Namor's knocks you down, and then you could cook him. So that is another argument. So we could have that argument. You could you could walk out of Moon Knight's ultimate, but you can't. Well, you can walk out of Namor's ultimate, but after it hits, you can't. But Moon Knight doesn't give any warning, and Namor's ultimate, like on the edges, like it's like when Namor ults, I don't really care. If Moon Knight ults and I don't like, if I don't see where the Moon Knight is when he ults, then it's like, if I'm not a tank, then I'm like, shit, well, I'm cooked if I'm like not on the edge of this. There's another reason, but I forgot, so I guess it wasn't really that important. I guess it was mainly because I guess it was just talking about like the damage. Like usually Moon Knight, if you're there for like more than a second, you're dead. Namor, you have to instantly follow up. Let's say the person is at 0 skill. All they know how to do is aim ultimates. They're going to do more with Moon Knight than they will with Namor. But a good Namor player, they're going to body whoever gets hit by his ultimate. They're going to use that time with that stun when it hits to, you know, follow up with the remainders who survive. Benny's ultimate. Now, who did I say? Oh, Hulk. I said more people will this is the other character I was talking about. I'm like, so I'm the only one who's going to shoot Penny? So what are we doing right now? Now, if you're diving backline with Penny, her ultimate, it's mid. I mean, you're going in mid regardless, but I mean, I'm going to put you right there. You don't sustain to the same degree as Hulk. I'm pretty sure that, like, let's say y'all both had 1 HP. Yours just goes up to a certain amount, and Hulk's just goes to a fixed amount as Monster Hulk. But you don't really, you could just like leave mines and hit people up. And I'm gonna be honest, you be more of an inconvenience. Who I think it's, I don't know, there's certain people I'll be playing, and then I come across Penny and she ults, or the thing and using his like some of his abilities. And I'm like, bro, I'm not even focused on you. I'm about to cook this like support or Hawkeye in the back line. I'm about to destroy them. Next thing you know, my character is flying in the air and fucks up my shot, dude. Psylocke. I mean, I'm put this. It's probably going to be at the very bottom of Tide Turner. Now the reason is this. Typically, you can either instantly force out support ults, or you can just dive two supports. They're usually going to come in pairs. Dive to two supports, and now they're without healers. So in that case, you're turning the tide. With Magic, you actually have to like do something. Iron Man, you gotta maneuver with it. Everything underneath this one, you gotta maneuver with that in a certain way. But in terms of Psylocke, you get in there, you hit the ultimate, and it's just the two supports. Now y'all just cook the rest of the team. They got no healing. Punisher, you're going somewhere and good. I just don't know where. Better than Jeff? Yes. Better than Cap? Yes. Better than her? Probably. Better? Yes. Better, yes. Better. Boom. That's where you're going. You can wipe a team. Is it always going to happen? No. Are you going to have certain, like, things in place? Yeah. Mad, can I get a bubble? Maybe tell your healers to focus on you. There's also times where Punishers be ulting. I'm like, bro, you got 64 health. Why are you ulting right now? What are you doing, bro? Let's see. Rocket. Now this is before his buff. Hey, and I want to say I was here first. Now, I don't know how it is going to look in an actual game. I just seen how it looks in a practice range. But basically, in the video, I was like, oh, things to fix for characters. And I was happy to see that one of the things was one of my suggestions. I was like, his ultimate... Let me use the exact words that I wrote down. Let me find that. Like, I finished it, and then that day of, I seen they, like, switched it up. I said, allow Rocket... Oh, no. Okay, so it was a little different. I said, allow Rocket the choice of damage boost or healing whoever is in range. Not as much as healing as other ults. And then I later put... I was like, they did it as I read the patch notes. So basically... like, let's say the instant function is all automatically damage boost, or maybe they can even change that in the settings if they want to. When he looks at his amplifier, he can like press like a button to like switch it to whatever, and that maybe that's the thing that you could... Actually, you could do a lot of healing. That was the thing you could balance it with. But that's besides the point. That was just my idea of it. To, like, at least have a healer ult, bruh. So, this one's not talking about his new and improved. So, if this comes out and the season 2 already dropped, we're not talking about how it is then. We're talking about how it is in season 1 and before. Hey, team, enjoy the amplifier. I'm sick of fucking hearing that shit. Still better than Human Torch. It is what it is. And Human Torch, you're better than Black Panther. I don't care what all these fucking Black Panther dick suckers say, bro. He can at least, like, disrupt the battlefield when it's OT on point. You can only harass the backline. They're backline for a reason. Scarlet Witch. Now this is going to be a hot take, so if you come to this part of the video and you're like, why did he put Scarlet Witch wherever he's going to eventually put him? I say this is a hot take because now also there's some inconsistencies to it, but I'll just say it's a hot take because y'all, a lot of the times y'all suck with ultimate. Now I will acknowledge there's some inconsistencies, but I'm pretty sure when y'all talk about her ult, that's not what you're talking about. Y'all just say it's trash, even though it could wipe teams. And also, you'll be like, there'll be multiple combos, and it was like, oh, you have to combo with this. Didn't people used to say that about Moon Knight and Groot and Namor? You have to combo those together for those to be good. Okay, so when it's Scarlet Witch, y'all like oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Anyways, I'm putting it right here. I'm probably Magic. You're probably gonna go right there, just so you know. Jeff, you might go down the mid. Sorry. Spider-Man. If Spider-Man didn't have this good of an ult, yeah, that would have been a tough one. Sorry, you're going higher. I'm trying to try to put you higher than Magic. You're probably not going to be higher than Mantis. We got to remember, this is Ty Turner. Okay, I'm going to put you higher than Psylocke. Specifically for this reason. When there's like 3 or more people in Psylocke's radius, she's less and less likely to kill them. Like if your whole team is there and Psylocke ults, maybe someone who had low HP is gonna die. But let's say y'all got let's say it's domination the second round, y'all all get on point, you're like, where's the enemy team at? And Psylocke comes out of nowhere and ults all of y'all are all going to survive. I don't know if there's any character that wouldn't. Maybe Bruce Banner would die, but other than that, y'all are all gonna survive. In that same situation, I don't know. Spider-Man, I don't think it's contingent upon like how many people are there, but like the tanks will survive. Higher HP, DPS, probably like usually in those situations, if he gets all of it, he will like try to hit an uppercut in you afterwards because you'll be low HP and he's trying to like get that kill. So that's why I have to put you above Psylocke. Like, let's say y'all was running no tanks, or let's say y'all was running one tank and the tank was like pre-patch, or pre-buff this season, maybe store. I don't know who the lowest HP tank, whoever the lowest HP tank is. All right, Squirrel Girl. Now, this was a lower ranking one, and then it got buffed. I don't know if it got nerfed again, but I swear, the past like week, I be clowning these fucking squirrels. They be pissing me off, bruh. Like, before I be cooking with them shits. Now, all of a sudden, the squirrels, like, they be wanting to instantly jump off the cliff, run in the fucking fire. Like, what are you doing, bruh? You. Now you could shoot the squirrels. So I'm gonna put you right there. Like, that's when it starts to this is when it starts to get in the deadly range. So this is at the bottom of the deadly range right here. These 5 right here. Star-Lord. One of the first damage team wipes. Like, and this is another one. If it's used in unison with something else, that's a team wipe. Like, imagine you're Invisible Woman and Star-Lord both ult at the same time. Their team is dead if they don't have any support ults. But you get the flank routes, you get the healers out of the way, that's a game changer. That's a game changer right there. Storm. That's another game changer. And I'm going to be honest. I gave you respect at the very beginning. Mostly because of your ultimate. But like before you got buffed, when people were crying about you in Season 0. I was putting respect on your name. And a lot of it was because of your ultimate. I was like, this is the best ultimate in the game. As well as your, I don't know what the ability is on keyboard, but R1 on PlayStation. That ability, or her little, it's probably right click, but that ability, I don't know. My aim is like, unless like there's like two targets, and I'm like, should I go for, nah, let me go for this one instead, and like I like hesitate. I'm typically like, it be like I got aimbot when I shoot that bitch. Like, I go from like hella where I'll be like, am I no thumbs? Ooh, hold up, I kind of got that person. And like, it's kind of like on and off with hella. Storm, I hit that R1, they're getting cooked. Thing. I'm gonna put you right there. Cause when he hits his ult in front of you, unless you do something that is able to mitigate it, shields don't mitigate it. I don't know if Magneto's bubble mitigates it. But basically, you can't do anything right there. If you say, behold, Dark Child, they could turn and cook you. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but there's a possibility for them to turn and cook you. Like, let's say their whole is you 1v6 and they're all in front of you. You hit Thing's ult, you're at least going to be alive for the next couple seconds. You hit Magic's ult, you better be doing some crazy shit for the next couple seconds if you want to continue to live. Thor's fun to play with. This is one where I know that other people play Thor better than I do, but his ult is very much lacking. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I will put it right there. Barely good. It might get, I'm gonna be honest, we might be at this point right here. It is what it is. I can't, like, I was just saying it's lacking. I can't just put it in good ult and think that shit's cool. Venom. This is the only reason why I made this. I saw a tier list video and I'm mad because it was in alphabet, I said chronological. It was in alphabetical order. And if I would have saw this at the beginning, I could have been clicked off your video to know you don't know what you're talking about. Bro said Venom's ultimate is S tier. You gotta be trolling. There's no way in hell you said that and you're serious. Y'all saw, not y'all saw, but I told y'all, I got Venom to 2 hours playtime. Venom, listen, can I, when Spider-Man was like, can I please have Venom? I don't care. Listen, you better be dropping actual real life bread for me. And I'm not talking about, hey, here's $100. Nah, I need it. I need at least 50K to play with Venom again. I don't care what anyone says. Worst Vanguard in the game. Penny got buffed too. You're cooked, buddy. Venom's trash, bro. Unless you're one of the best Venoms with a cracked Spider-Man and y'all are running in unison, don't say anything to me. Oh, Venom can't die. Venom can't die. Yeah, Cap can't die either. But at least, I can't even say at least with Cap, but okay, I say at least people acknowledge that Cap is not like goated. Now, is it fun to run around with Cap? Yeah. It's not fun to run around with Venom. He's trash, bro. Now you can do these cool comp. Yeah, when your cooldowns all align, and you could do that one time when your cooldowns and ultimate. Like, why do you think Black Panther's there? You have to combo his ultimate. Then it's not good. Ultimate is like, all right, I gave everything that I can. This gotta send us. Okay, no, it's different. It's like, oh hey. Like most ultimates, like it should be. This is where most ultimates lie. I mean, honestly, that's what it is right now. But like, you want to try to get away from having that many here. Or not that many here, but like, if there's going to be that many here, there's got to be a lot of them. Or none. Like, let's say I only had Invisible Woman up here. Then it's clear whose ultimate needs to be buffed. As well as right here. Then it's clear whose ultimate needs to be nerfed. But if everything's right around here, maybe the occasional people might put one character up here or one character down here. Listen, I don't care what anyone says. I got Black Panther to B tier. I think I put him in B tier in the characters tier list. You're not gonna gaslight me and putting him in a at least mid and ultimate. No, Venom. Okay, you get extra health back, so I'll give you that one. Nah, I can't do it. Like, I tried to like put him up a couple points, but like, if everyone just cooks Penny, then our ultimate's like not really a damn thing. But not everyone in every single lobby is gonna cook Penny. You gotta look at this between all ranks and do the average, and that's how you get to this equation. All right. So like Star-Lord, he's literally aimbot. The higher you go up, the more counters people know for Star-Lord, and the more you know how to try to counter them. So if I'm just in some random bronze ranks, I can just legendary right in front of them, and then they're gonna try to run, or they're just gonna die. Then I get higher up, and then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's low HP, let me get him out of here. Oh no, he's not low HP. Okay. Then now you gotta okay, let me do this little flank route, and then okay, they're focused on fighting right there. Let me get it while they're distracted. You gotta constantly change up the game plans. Venom, okay, yes, this random Celestial player in Venom did some crazy shit with his ultimate. Who cares? Did the majority of the players in bronze, silver, gold, all the way up to one above all of these characters, if you put them all and average it out, and let's let's even do it like this. Let's say we got all the characters from every single rank, and then morph them down to 100 people. Oh, we can't do that for one above all, I guess, or top 500, I guess. But let's just say, all right, let's say we brought them down to 10 people. So the average 10 Venom players in bronze, and we did all the ranks, and we put them all together. How their ultimate plays and how they play as Venom it's not gonna be good. Yeah, that random Celestial Eternity player, yeah, they did crazy as Venom. That doesn't mean the character is good. The example I gave last time, Black Ops 1 is and I need to play that on the channel. I got the Xbox 360 right there. I'm gonna be pissed I turn that bitch off and I get red rings. It is what it is. I got a fucking flash drive for all my shit. Surely that's not a lot of money that I gotta come out of pocket. But Black Ops 1 is my favorite. Is one of my favorite games. I can play with every single gun in multiplayer and do good with it. The Mac 11's not a good SMG. Just because I go 26-3 with the Mac 11 and Black Ops 1 does not mean the gun's good. It's trash. So stop saying, well, this is the #1 Venom and he's doing... I don't care what he's doing. You gotta take what the greats are doing, what the ass players are doing, and everything in between. And that's what you get of what they actually are. So, typically, Venom's gonna be garbage. His ultimate's gonna be garbage as well. It is what it is. Spider-Man. Now that's a different story. You gotta start somewhere. but a lot of characters are gonna try to play Spider-Man. So it's like it's a larger number. But like, let's say you give them, like, let's say you gave everyone 20 hours on Spider-Man and 20 hours on Venom. 20 hours of Spider-Man, they're gonna learn, hey, this is my job. Even if they learn this is my job as Venom, who cares? Every single role I was in, even when I was fresh at the game, never when Venom pulled up, I was like, never. I know how to combat Iron Fist, but there's a time I was like, ooh, Iron Fist, hold on. Nah. Even when I was learning the most ass characters, Venom pulled up, I'm like, oh, here we go. Hey, we got, long as we bait out his little heal ability, if he don't swing away, easy free kill. Appreciate you, my boy. Is what it is. His ultimate's trash. Winter Soldier, his ultimate can literally wipe teams. He can continuously go with that. Now this one is probably going to be at the very bottom, strictly based off of, you have to like put some skill into it or know when to use it when it's a moment where it's like, I don't really have to put skill into this. If an Adam Warlock alt and open and he's on the cooldowns and you just instantly time that bitch right, you could just cook their whole shit. You wipe their team again. But if they got a whole team that you got someone low and you're trying to go on a chain run, excuse me, if they don't instantly die by the ultimate, you gotta actually kill them. Wolverine. Alright, where am I gonna put you, my boy? See? Alright, here's a moment of non-bias. I think the fear of Wolverine is like his feral leap, that's his biggest thing. His other stuff, I don't really care. You're not getting close to me. We're not gonna be in the same circle for long for you to like do much to me. Your feral leap, that's a different story, and then you instantly do, and then your ultimate just kind of just pauses everyone for 5 seconds until you do what you need to do, and then I'm kind of cooked after that. Different story. His random stuff, okay, cool. But I'm willing to, even though more people suck with Scarlet Witch, I'm willing to be like, all right, I don't think he's as crazy as everyone says he is, but he's still better than these right here. All right, last and luckily not least, Mr. Fantastic. Now this is an overhated. This is before his buff. That's gonna come through. Maybe when you see this as a video, it's already happened. Overhated and overhated character and overhated nerf, and not in ways of, oh, because he's too good he needs nerfs. No, because he sucks, and yes he does suck, and yes his ult does suck. It randomly gets you in random moments, but like those moments are very few in between. Yes, Venom's ult sucks that bad. Now, let's adjust it. We don't have Ultron yet. Even when you're watching this as a video, you don't even have any footage to know of Ultron. Now, the leaks did match up with Emma Frost and the Fantastic Four, from my recollection. So Ultron's it sounded like drones and big, like, I don't even remember what it was, healing teammates, like a big ray healing team. I don't remember what it was, bro. Healing teammates and damaging enemies. Now let's adjust this. Boom. 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 Right, not gonna lie. I can't like, it's still a bad, like, nah. Alright, I want this to be known that this is barely going, like, it's bad mid old. Same thing with Mr. Fantastic. Like, I think it's bad old, terrible old with what's her face? With Black Widow, Black Panther, Small Gap, Human Torch. Small Gap, Venom. Small Gap, Mr. Fantastic. Medium gap right here. Medium gap right here. Medium gap right here. Medium gap right here. Larger gap right here. To good olds. Alright, now let me make sure. Okay. Alright, I probably will say. Actually, hold up. Okay. They can kill you out of Star-Lords. Like, I can't. Even though I've been, like, using Star-Lord recently, I can't, like, just say that. I'm also taking into account the team up, even though it's not as we thought it was going to be with killing through support ults, but boom, boom. Will I put Bucky above Doctor Strange? No, I'm going to go right there. Boom. Yeah, I'm going to go right there. Like, I don't really say Magneto is a game changer or team wipe with Cloak and Dagger. I wouldn't say with any of these. I mean, you could wipe teams theoretically with, or game changer with any of these, but it's not to the same extent as these. These are the goat tier. Like, if we had to have a lineup strictly based off ultimates and nothing else, that's what we gotta go with right there. But I think that's a pretty damn good list. Perfect, if I do say so myself. And if you disagree in the comments down below, just let me know how wrong you are.